All right. Welcome back, everybody, to part 28 of Danganronpa. Holy shit. Danganronpa 1 only had 23 parts, so this is now 24, 25, 26, 27, 20. This is 5 entire streams longer than the entire first game was. That's kind of crazy. When I played these games off stream, I didn't really realize just how much longer this game was. Like, this game felt like it was like 3 or 4 hours longer max, but this is proving to be quite a significant length longer than the last one that we did. But anyways, let's just jump on in. Let's find out who killed Mr. Kalmaida, shall we? Okay, sorry. All right, let's get to Monokuma Rock.
See you soon.
The last class trial? He said that, right? He said the last class trial.
Yep.
Wait, I gotta turn down my fucking audio. That shit's so loud. Not you guys. You guys can't hear it, but it was playing through my speakers like so loud. All right, here we go. Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? Yeah, why would Monokuma be anxious about the Monokuma timer? 2 more days. Yeah, they only have 2 more days, assuming that they can get out of this trial, okay. He said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still.
I can't imagine that it's the real end. I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? After putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors? What? That'd be... Hajime... What? I mean, I guess that would be despair-inducing, but that'd be kind of stupid. It was like, boo, 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 congratulations, you guys survived the killing game, now I'm gonna kill you. Pfft. What? I give Monokuma a little bit more credit than that.
Well?
It's like something Nagito would do, because he's, like, fucked up. Still, it's not a good idea to think about it too much. We should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. A class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we're so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
But still. Right?
We're not fighting this alone, you know? You're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together, well, things will turn out fine. Why? What? Maybe it's just because I'm in a negative headspace today. Why in the fuck would they think that as long as they work together, everything will be fine? Have the past 4 trials not shown them fucking anything? It's literally like the... Like, have they not been trying to work together, and hasn't it failed every single fucking time? Why do they think it's going to be different? You have to admire that type of optimism, because they're always like, I'm going to make sure no matter what, another killing doesn't happen. And it never fucking works, dude. Like, if we just believe in each other... That's a whole different topic that I'm going to talk about. That I'm not going to talk about, I mean. But people that think that everyone can get along are fucking not realistic. Because there will always be people that will not listen. And if everybody just agrees to be, you know, all happy and good all the time, that just gives the person who decides to break away from that chain the advantage. If everybody's like, we're you know... If I was in the situation... Yeah, right, that's what Fuyuhiko was doing. And Fuyuhiko's such a good character that he realized that you don't have to be a dickhead and you can help people, but it still is safe to always, you know, look out for yourself. Fuyuhiko is one of the smartest characters in this series for sure. The way he handles the killing game is so much more intelligent than almost any character. Even with his character arc, even when he learned, because he went from don't trust anybody, fuck everybody, I only care about myself, to, you know, Trust others, but be realistic about it. But then you have other people who are like, trust everybody, everybody's fine. Like stupid ass Sonia. Sonia's dumbass. She's always like, there is 0% possibility that there's a traitor. Zero, really? What makes you think that? What are you basing that off of? You're on an island with strangers, and you're going to say that there is a 0% chance that one of them will betray you. You are just opening yourself up to being fucking murdered. Yeah, it's funny you say that. Very fun. And we're gonna find out some shit. This trial is not gonna be like anything you've ever thought of. Again, no spoilers. Fuck any spoilers. But this is the only trial in the series where if somebody said, I did the investigation, I think I figured it out. And if they guessed right, it's either that they were lucky or they looked it up. I will not believe that anybody will be able to pinpoint. Okay, maybe you might be able to find out who the killer is. But if you can look me in the eye and you can tell me that you knew how the killer pulled this off, you're a fucking liar. Alright, here we go. Looks like everyone's here. Shouldn't there be more people? What do you mean they're all fucking dead, Kazuichi?
Damn it.
Stop, you're making me depressed. You're making me depressed. So it is going to happen again. The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends. I just want to also bring up another point. I'm not disproving or proving anything, but I want to just put something on the table here. It might mean nothing. I'm not saying anything, but just a second. We are going into this case, or we're going into this trial, assuming that Nagito's killer is the traitor, because that would make the most sense. That would be the most motive, correct? But by saying, oh, Nagito found out the traitor's identity, therefore they had to silence him. But just keep in mind that nothing that we found in the investigation proves, even though the traitor is the one that would have the most motive, we have nothing that proves that the traitor and Nagito's killer are one and the same. So we do have to keep that in mind. That will help us be more open-minded going forward about who could have pulled this off. That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? This is the last class trial. He's right though. This is it. You know, it's been a ride, but this is it. We've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know?
No, right?
That's why I'm definitely gonna survive. If we can go home after we deal with this class trial, I'll definitely find out who the killer is no matter what. Even if they pull out all the stops. Serious money? I like serious Monomi. What the fuck? Why are you here? There's something like tonally weird about like Monomi being determined. Doesn't fit in. You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island? Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know.
Huh?
What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Like I said, I would say that we only know about 40% of the story. 40 or 50%, I say 50. 50% of the story. All the other 50% of the whole plot is coming up like now. Stop trying to jinx us. Damn right, stupid rabbits should just shut up. She's not getting sad anymore. Monomi character growth. She's standing her ground. Usually she'd be like, how, everyone's so mean. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. Huh? I finally realized after losing my powers. I've realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there is a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight.
Huh?
Damn. So Monomi realized something, and it's going to be important later down the road here, but running away from despair isn't hope itself. You know, you would think that trying to avoid despair by all means would be hope and it would be the best case scenario. But she's realizing that sometimes you need to walk straight into the despair. Sometimes you need to take a step forward and you need to actually do something. Because that is more hopeful and that is more combative of despair than running away from it. Because running away from it is only delaying the inevitable. We're standing your ground and facing it head on is probably a better approach. She seems different from before. Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looked so determined. What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes? Make sure you turn off Minimaru. It's gonna be annoying if it talks during the trial. Fine.
But still.
Somehow, I understand what Monomi's saying, I think. Let's get going to the last class trial.
Yep.
You're right. We need to fight as much as we can, no matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. Here comes the Monokuma Vor! Boop, boop, boop! Now I gotta turn off my fan. It was hot, now it's cold. It'll be hot again in a few moments. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock. That's what I like about this game, because there's like a shit ton of character growth, you know? Like, from beginning to end, a lot of the characters are different. Not obviously, you know, from the beginning of the game till now, you have people like Kazuichi, Sonya, Akane, who are like identical. They didn't undergo any growth. But like, I don't know, like Chiaki has like warmed up to people more, been more assertive. Hajime has learned to accept that he, you know, has no ability. Fuyuhiko, completely different character. Nagito turned into a completely different character until the end, and Monomi becoming almost a completely different character near the end. Where Danganronpa 1 didn't really have a lot of that. A lot of the characters were like, you know, I guess you had Taka who changed, but then he got killed like immediately after he changed. So I was like, okay, who gives a shit? Where the other characters in this game, like, they get to do some stuff. Oh, here we go. This elevator ride. This will be the last time for this too. Here we go, chat. How many times have we seen Danganronpa elevator rides? And you better savor it, because this is it. The last one. Milky Finisher's history.
Well, you are right.
It's been good. It's been a long elevator.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I still can't believe one of us was able to do it. Think about this, chat. Think about this. Somebody in this elevator right now was able to kill Nagito. Nagito! How? Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. You're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who survive need to stand and fight. We must fight. And then the doors slowly opened. This bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair? Holy fuck, it's the light that's gonna burn on my retinas.
Well now.
Now that chatterbox Nagito's gone, there's only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up.
Jeez, I just fucking start already. This is it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the last trial. You gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
All right.
This is the end.
Now then. Viva killing!
It's the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Every time I see this, the impact is still just as strong. Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. That's fucked. And he said that he would become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there was also times where he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way we can end without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That is why we absolutely have to find out. Damn, there's so many red. That's so fucked up. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is the last class trial, it's all the more reason that we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. 60 hours later. Alright, let's go through the evidence really quick. What? No. What? Did I change the difficulty to easy? Yeah, okay. Because that sword fight shit pissed me off, bro. Alright, we're gonna go through this real quick. Victim, we know about. Victim's Nagito. He had torture wounds. Both of his legs and arms were tied up with rope, tied to nearby pillars. The rope on his right arm was burned. Probably due to the fire. The survival knife that was used to stab his legs and slice his arm was stabbed through the palm of his hand, pinning him to the ground. There was blood on his left hand, but none on his palm. There was none on his palm or upper knuckles. Why is that? Nagito's mouth was covered in duct tape with no blood underneath the duct tape. The Spear of Gungnir. That was the spear that impaled Nagito through the stomach. The iron weight attached to the end. There was a life-size Monokuma plushie found on the floor near the fire's origin point. There's a streak of blood on the girder. At the 2-hour mark, fan art. Yes. There were tipped-over Monokuma panels. Oil lighter found at the crime scene. MP3 player blasting music. Let's read this. Sonia secretly used one of the bombs from the military base at the ancient ruins and found out that the bombs were fake. At the time, Monomi was apparently peeking at the whole thing. Monokuma knew all along that the bombs were fake, however, he apparently never revealed that fact to anyone. The diary that Monomi updated every day, or did she? According to Monokuma, Monomi can't write. Interesting. There was a gas mask and gloves hidden under Nagito's bed. Piece of blue paper under his bed as well. Poison in his refrigerator. And lastly, Hope's Peak Academy student profile. Alright. I don't know about you, chat, but I'm ready to start this. Are you? I don't think you're ready. If you have not experienced this, buckle up. Because here comes some... look at the trial grounds. Everything looks insane. Ready? Here we go. Move my chat over because I can barely see you guys.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
If you think you're ready, you're not. Hold up. Sorry. My chat setup was all weird and I couldn't read it. Give me 1 second. I'm moving everything on my OBS screen. Okay, that should be good. Because sometimes when I stream, the chat gets... oh, I guess I can see it here. I can't really see it here, though. That's way too small on my screen to be able to read what the hell you guys are typing there, so... whatever. Alright, here we go! I'm excited. Hopefully you are, too.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Look at all the X's! Dude, how many of you guys would have thought when the game started that Nagito would have been one of the victims. Like, how many of you guys would have thought that? Because I know I didn't see that coming. Especially to die in such a fucked up way.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Monomi.
Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what he's trying to say. No! Leave Monomi alone. I'll come every single time. She was just standing still. She didn't do anything wrong. She was just standing there, bro. Come on. Aww. That's fucked up.
One more time. Jeez, how about this one?
No! No! Monokuma, stop, you monster!
It's useless.
Damn, she didn't say anything.
Please stop. I feel bad for Monomi.
Me too!
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake.
Damn. All Nagito wanted to do is be like, hey guys, I found out who the traitor is.
Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
Poor Nagito, my fucking dick. He still pranked everybody. I don't give a fuck. Okay, did he deserve to die in that fucked up of a way? No. But that's like again, okay, I'm not justifying murder or I'm not justifying criminals, but that's like if, like, let's say you were during the mafia times, you talk to the Don and the Don's like, hey, you come here talk to my daughter, and you cannot tell us the secret of the hideout. And then let's say you go out into the middle of the street and be like, hey guys, I know where the Don lives, and you expect everything's gonna be okay. Guys, I know the address and the location of the Don, and you think you're not gonna disappear all real nice? Nagito literally like recorded a video on his laptop. He's like going on Twitter. He's like, guys, I know who the traitor is. Come to this location and I'll tell you. And then he's just standing there. He's like, gee, isn't hope great? What the fuck do you think was gonna happen? And he just got done saying, I'm gonna blow everybody up with explosives. And he got everybody running around thrown up with anxiety because they're like, we're gonna die in 2 hours. And he's like, prank to you as fireworks, 4th of July, Canada Day.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor.
You know what I just realized? I didn't realize this. Monokuma like just said, I wonder who it is. Is that implying that Monokuma doesn't know? That's interesting food for thought here. That brings up a valid point.
That traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh?
Remember last trial when Kazuichi got shit on? Every single time he talked, they were all like, shut up! He's on suicide watch.
Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or... oh, fuck, here we go! Oh, you know what? Nothing puts me in a better mood than hearing this song. The oh man, nothing brightens up my day quite like that, dude. Nothing brightens up my day like the argument theme. I love it. You know?
Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
Danganronpa, it can help. It can help me. Especially this trial. Like, okay. Sorry for the negativity earlier, but like, I'm excited. I'm excited for today, but I'm way more excited for Saturday because Saturday is like the fucking. If I didn't work tomorrow, I would do like a 4-hour stream. We'd do this in one sitting. Fuck, dude. Can somebody like, can somebody be Nagito and hope that like a meteorite hits my job so I get called off work tomorrow and then we can just beat this trial tonight, please? Please, Kalmaida from beyond the grave. Can you have a fucking meteorite blow up my fucking work? Nobody in it, of course. I don't wish death on anybody. Nagito's wounds. I was not listening to what the fuck they said. Were they really caused by torture? So wait, they're arguing that he wasn't tortured? What? Is it Kazuichi? I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna pay attention now. I'm putting on my thinking cap. But are they trying to say that Nagito wasn't tortured? Are you a fucking idiot? What? No, they stabbed his legs and his arms and put a knife in his hand and put duct tape over his mouth because it's efficient. It's an efficient way to kill somebody. Yeah, okay.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito. No, that's wrong.
It was the opposite. So wait, they didn't? Oh.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything.
Holy shit, dude. Kazuichi was actually smarter than me. Whoa. Kazuichi was actually smart. I actually didn't know this. Holy shit, I didn't even know. I was like, I was just saying, I was just making fun of him and saying that, of course they were torturing him, what the fuck? But wait, that's not true. Because there's no blood underneath the duct tape, and they put duct tape on his mouth. So if they were really trying to interrogate him, why would they cover up his mouth? Holy shit, whoa, never mind, Kazuichi was actually smarter than me in this moment. So they didn't even want information. They just wanted him to suffer. The duct tape was to like muffle his screams. They weren't even trying to get anything out of him. Whoa.
If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
That's fucked up.
I'm prepared.
No, you gonna fight me? I don't know what's the truth anymore. I don't even know who's arguing for what side.
It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid Hajime. Oh fuck. It's my favorite part. Stupid Hajime.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut,
Oh fuck, I'm not doing anything right.
obviously assumed he couldn't talk. But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
Kazuichi seems unusually confident. I should ask him why that is. Wait, I think I already found out why he's wrong. He's trying to say that they put the duct tape on his mouth to, like, conceal the fact that he was being, like, what, tortured or whatever? But the fact that there's no blood underneath the duct tape means that that's impossible. Why am I not getting this?
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, he obviously assumed he couldn't talk. But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
That was tough. That was tough, man.
Mouth shut. How is he supposed to answer anything?
Okay.
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him,
I sliced the wrong shit. No, fuck! Dude, this sword shit!
was taped shut. He obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated. I can't back down.
Oh, what is this bullshit? This is a platinum game? There we go. Whew.
What if you tape his mouth shut? How is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys.
Okay.
Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
Okay. They taped Nagito's mouth after getting information Sure, that sounds reasonable, but that clearly contradicts the truth. Again, the fact that there's no blood underneath it. Okay, we're good now.
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him,
No!
allow me to cut through those words.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
Because, we've known this. We've known this. Kazuichi is just a fucking... He's got rocks for brains. But the rest of us intellectuals, we figured out that fact from the beginning because we knew that there was no blood underneath the duct tape, so they couldn't have done it afterwards.
Might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
What? What? Akane, you dumb asshole?
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Oh, what? Oh no, Kazuichi. She's calling out Chiaki. That's a little embarrassing. Why are you always siding with Hajime, Chiaki? Do you have a crush on him or something? Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I...
She just ignores it!
Nagito's mouth, right?
Dude, people sandbag Kazuichi so much, they don't even react to him. Gosh, I wish I had the mental fortitude of Chiaki. I really do. I really do. She, nothing ever gets to her. She just, she can just fucking completely ignore its existence.
The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
Yeah, Chiaki.
The blood on his face came from his arm.
Jeez. I've seen this so many times now, it's still so fucked.
Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
It's like a snuff film.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth.
Because he was screaming. He was like, ah, ah, ah!
He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
I feel bad for Nagito fans. Imagine Nagito, your favorite character, and he gets scuffed so hard.
Perhaps the duct tape was used.
At least
the screen.
at least with Ibuki and Mahiru, I loved Mahiru, but remember when Mikan did the autopsy and they were like, according to the autopsy, Mahiru didn't feel any pain. She died instantly when the bat hit her head. So it's it makes you feel better. It's yeah, Mahiru died, but she didn't feel any pain. Where this, they're like, oh yeah, he was screaming, he was crying, he was fucking, it took a long time to die. Holy fuck.
Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
Jesus.
However, if they
GMD on suicide watch after this fucking trial.
With such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Yeah, gee, I can't imagine who wouldn't.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
Is it loud enough for you guys? Can you hear Sonia loud enough?
If so, friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
It's just lose it. Ha, 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 go crazy. Ha.
Just go crazy.
Go crazy. Yeah, it's not just a psycho because whoever did this was very meticulous, you know? I actually didn't realize how funny that was because I was just go crazy, and then Fuyuko's no, they didn't just go crazy. That was so meta. My brain didn't even comprehend that Fuyuko was talking to me. Holy shit, dude, this game is breaking all kinds of fucking walls. But again, this isn't just some genocide jack killing. Whoever did this there was a lot of thought that went into this.
If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
How'd they stage a fire too?
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
Well, I mean, obviously, it's way too convenient.
You can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
That is a good point to bring up, Sonia. So, how did the fire start? How did the fire start if everybody was gathered together? We need to figure that out.
Yeah, and right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Answer me that one.
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
Ah.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
So, if nobody could have actually actively set the fire, no problem, Shin. If nobody could have actively set the fire, they need to think of a way. Is there a way that the fire was maybe set to a timer or a device? So we need to. How was the killer able to set a fire despite everyone having an alibi at that time?
Setup?
Yeah.
Like what?
I think we can already know. During the investigation, some of you guys brought up something very interesting about what happens when they open the door.
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia.
Any ideas, chat?
Such an amazing
How
employee.
would something set the fire?
Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Another day, another simp.
Damn right it is.
Damn right it is. The reason for the fire, huh? You're right, we need to clear that up first. Well, if you guys have been paying attention,
The direct
yeah, see, Edwards knows, Edwards knows. Remember how it was really weird that all the Monokuma things were like stand up like dominoes?
Setup. You lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
There you go.
some kind of setup?
Some kind of setup used to start the fire.
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
No,
They probably just threw the lighter.
no.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way? Maybe they used invisible thread.
No.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused...
Oh, no, that was it. That was it. That was it. No, that was it. I missed my fucking chance. Why also, wait, also why was, holy shit. Well, we don't know. Well, I don't even know if that really gets addressed. Maybe it does, Harper. I don't know, but from what the investigation seemed, his right arm was right next to the curtains. So when the curtain started on fire, that rope would burn, where the curtains weren't near his legs or his other arm. I don't know if that's what you were asking. I'm not sure. Maybe I misunderstood what you were trying to bring up. Which, a trap needs a trigger to activate. What were we doing just before the fire started? We know this. So they opened up the door, the Monokuma stands fell over, domino, domino, domino. So all the killer would have to do, we already figured out all this. All the killer would have to do is keep the lighter standing upright. Then when they bust open the door, all the Monokuma cardboard cutouts go boom, 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 boom. One of them lands on it, catches the curtain. That's all we figured out. We gotta let everybody else know.
The direct cause of the fire was...
It's a pretty smart idea. That's how the killer was able to start a fire despite not, being in the room at the time. Or they could have been, but we don't know.
You lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the
I like helium, Chiaki.
Based on the shape of that... It can
Some kind of setup?
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
some way? Maybe they used invisible thread.
No.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused...
I agree with that.
I agree with you, Sonia.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Who do I think the culprit is? I don't want to say anything. Don't make any guess. Don't say nothing. Okay, I'll say it. I think it was Genocide Jill. No, that's all I'm gonna say. No theorizing in the chat, but I appreciate everybody here.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
What? What does that even mean? What?
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panel.
Why does Sonia seem like extra stupid this trial?
A huge number of tipped
She's
over
usually not
Monokuma panels
stupid.
were found at the crime scene, right? they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels.
No, Hyoko, please. Please.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we
Ah.
the first panel toppled into the second.
Look at that.
From there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
Hey, Tropical, welcome to the stream. We're playing some Danganronpa.
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
Ah, see, everything's kind of making sense now. Everything's starting to come together. Everything's starting to come together. That's why there was music really loud, why everything was dark, because the killer wanted to conceal the setup.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Killer did one other thing to hide the domino effect. Wait, what? Oh, the sound, because I just said that. The darkness, and then they had the MP3 bumping.
I see.
No. That's why when they walked in, it was dark and it was playing like the Holy Man, that shit. And they're like, what the hell's going on here? They're like, wait, did Nagito like listening to this or something?
That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Damn. Yes, that's what they were saying. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? Could you imagine Nagito with his headphones on just bump into this?
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
Yeah, that's why the music had to blast so that they wouldn't hear the cardboard panels hit each other.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
They're pretty much bringing up how the door didn't open easily, so it needed force. Because if they would have opened the door slowly, it might not have hit the Monokuma panel hard enough. But the fact that they had to kick it down ensured that the Monokuma panels would fall. Yeah. So once they kicked it down with enough force, it meant that all the panels had to, fall down.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
Yep.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Correct.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
Yeah, Chiaki. You don't look so sure. What are you thinking about?
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
With the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Correct.
Is that a problem?
Oh, shit. Now I see why Chiaki thinks this is weird. Yeah, okay. Yeah, chat, let me ask you, why is that weird? Why is it weird that the door couldn't open with enough space for a person to fit through? Why is that weird? Why is it strange that the door couldn't open up enough to have a person fit through? Because that's a big fucking deal. I'll tell you that shit right now. What does that mean? What does that mean, chat? Well, I'll tell you. How, in the ever-loving fuck, did the killer set up the Monokuma domino effect? Yeah, How did the killer set up the Monokuma domino effect if they couldn't leave the door? Because if they opened up the door more than halfway, the panels would have fallen over. How did they have the Monokuma panels stacked as like a booby trap and also leave the building?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only.
It was the
entrance to
only
warehouse.
way in or out of that warehouse. That door was the only entrance to the warehouse. I see, so the problem Chiaki's talking about is the killer couldn't possibly have left the room.
I see. If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be...
I'm getting goosebumps already, man. This is getting nuts.
The killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
So what does that mean, chat?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
So it kind of is like, well, what? Did the killer just hide inside the room? But everybody was accounted for, correct?
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used. You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Who's that, chat? Who's the only person that could have set up the domino effect? Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person that could have done that. And that person is...
This is my answer.
Nagito! Nagito set it up! What does that mean? What does that even imply? What the fuck is it? Because it's possibly even point towards. What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
Holy fuck, here we go.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. He wasn't just the victim, maybe.
Not just the...
That's true, Harper. That's true.
What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Oh, Chiaki's taking it a step further. Chiaki's taking it a step further by saying he was the victim and the killer. Are they going to imply that Nagito killed himself?
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds.
Yeah, exactly. How do you kill yourself like that? It's impossible. How do you tie all four of your limbs, stab your own hand, and get impaled? It's impossible. Exactly. It's impossible. But I don't know. Exactly. And what would be the motive? So, as good as this sounds, there's still a lot of plot holes. First off, even if somebody wanted to kill themselves in this way, it's physically fucking impossible. But even if there was a way, what's the motive? So let's keep going.
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
If you're implying that Nagito stabbed his own legs, cut his own arm, stabbed his own hand, and impaled himself with a spear, then he's more insane than we could have ever thought.
But Nagito might do something like that.
But that might sound like something he would do.
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember?
Exactly.
Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Exactly. You can't tie your... Chat, you try it right now. Try to tie your fucking all four of your limbs together and strap them to poles. Not very possible.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
Fuyuhiko.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like he said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. Oh shit, what the hell? We're in this now. We're in it. We're in it now.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Yeah.
That's obviously impossible.
just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
What? Front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
What are you talking about, Akane? So you could tie yourself up if you use your front tail. What does that even mean? If our assumption that Nagito committed suicide is correct, Nagito should have tied himself up too. It's true that tying up your arms and legs by yourself is impossible, but did he really tie up both arms and legs? Now keep in mind, when he found his body, he did have one arm free. But why is that? That's because the fire burnt the rope. So he was tied with all 4 arms and legs, the fire started, and then the fire burnt one of the ropes. Or, chat, is that what he wanted us to think? What is weird about that? Remember when we investigated his body, Hajime and Chiaki thought something was weird with that. Why was it that the rope was completely burned clean, yet his shirt and jacket had no burn marks on them? Is it possible that he burned the rope himself so that he would have an arm free to tie up the rest of his limbs?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. No, that's wrong.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
There is. We talked about it. The fact that how would it be that the fire was hot enough to burn the rope, but not hot enough to even damage his arm, his skin, or his clothes?
Let's see. Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree?
Pretty strange. So what is actually going on here?
A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
He just wanted to make it look like all 4 of his limbs were tied down.
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome. I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
What? What? What?
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
I need some water. I need some water after that one.
That's definitely wrong.
The ultimate Yakuza has more of moral compass than these two.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me.
What is going on? What are you talking about, Akane? What the fuck is making your brain work this way right now?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito.
Holy shit.
I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
Holy shit.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
That's true, though. We proved... That's true. We proved that he was able to have one arm free. But the other 3 limbs, they were factually tied down. You can't trick that. So, there we go. How the fuck does he have a knife in his palm if all of his other limbs were tied down? Again, you can't stab your right hand with your right hand. If he had his left hand free, he could have done that. But we know that that was impossible because all of his other limbs were tied up. So how the fuck was that knife wound inflicted into his hand?
Hajime, you tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin.
No, what? I didn't give you a Benjamin. What are you talking about? I didn't even get to cop a feel. What happened? Not only did she try to charge me, she wants the money back? What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Akane, please, please, we're trying to be smart here and you're fucking everything up. Chat, help. What is a way to stab yourself in the hand using only your hand? Like, for real. How do you stab the palm of your hand with only your hand? You gonna, like, finagle it? Like, how? Okay, there's definitely an answer for this. Oh, shit.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
Yeah, exactly.
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow and slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife,
What did we find during the...
his bound left hand.
What did we find during the investigation that had blood on it that we couldn't figure out? Why did this object have blood on it?
Right hand.
How was Nagito able to stab himself in the hand? Chiaki said that he propped the knife with something and slammed his hand down on it. But the only thing he could have used at the crime scene is... The only object that had blood on it was the Monokuma plushie. Remember there was a hole cut in the Monokuma plushie with blood all over it? So Chiaki's saying, hold up.
Could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Chiaki's saying that he propped up the knife with the Monokuma. Here we go.
I agree with that.
If this is real, then that's insane. So they're saying they cut open a hole in the Monokuma, put the knife in, and Nagito stabbed himself, not by stabbing himself with it, but with his only free hand. He slammed his hand down on a knife. What? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, the knife was standing upright, and he slammed it in so hard that it went through his hand. What kind of mental fortitude would that fucking take to be able to pull that off?
It makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach.
Holy shit.
He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a
Yeah,
dog.
exactly.
Its hair grows too long.
What?
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward
Towards the fire's origin,
point.
yeah.
Probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
Dang.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
This is all pretty compelling evidence. Did Nagito really kill himself? If so, what the fuck? Why so brutal? How could somebody have such the mental strength to torture themselves and kill themselves?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right?
Yeah, how do you do that one? How do you impale yourself through the stomach with a spear when all your limbs are tied down?
If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito.
Yeah, and again, according to the Monokuma file, the spear was last. So it's not like he did the spear then everything else. The spear had to be the final nail in the coffin. So how could somebody do that? With a knife now in their hand, you know, and all their limbs tied down.
If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab the spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
True.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
What the fuck is this trial? Why are Sonya and Akane like fucking horny mode? Holy shit. What? Kazuichi, no, please.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Look at how happy he is. The happiest he's been the whole fucking game.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need you recorded. For a reason.
Holy shit.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out.
Fuyuko's getting pissed.
Like she said, in that condition...
Chiaki again just ignores the existence of anything that's like not fucking like part of the trial.
It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
That's true.
So you're saying it's impossible?
So if it's impossible, then there's no way that he killed himself. Somebody else had to have done the spear,
But
correct?
no matter
Or...
what I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
Whoa, Chiaki's pretty convinced. No matter what I think, I cannot believe that Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that.
So the general consensus is that Nagito killed himself, but how the fuck did he manage to get a spear through his whole body?
To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
So, is it possible that nobody actually killed Nagito, but he did this to himself? Why? And how? With the spear?
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right?
This is a ride.
But that's why you keep getting betrayed over
That's what I was saying at the beginning of the stream.
right? Same goes for this time, too.
Just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone.
Damn, Monomi said, shut up, bitch.
If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Oh shit, Monomi's got a plan of her own.
Monomi sassing me.
Damn, dude. Sassy Monomi.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Oh, we don't know. There's so much weird shit.
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
Yeah, of course not. I mean, of course, you guys are always perfect.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I
Sad.
still want to believe in everyone.
Dang.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
I don't know.
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Uh-oh, what? Chiaki's saying that, hey, no, I think that he found a way to impale himself. But how? Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
Damn.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
Aw.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together.
Aw.
That's how. We made it this far up till now.
That is true. I was being like a little bit of like an asshole at the beginning of the stream, I guess, saying that like the reason why they're all getting killed is because they all like trust each other too much. But at the same time, Chiaki's bringing up a good point. The only reason, on the flip side of that, the only reason they made it this far was because of because they worked together, and that's what Chiaki looks for in all of them. It's like, yeah, a lot of them betrayed each other, but without everybody working together, they never would have made it this far either. So, and Chiaki is choosing to see the positive side of this, which is just very, very nice.
Everyone working together.
She's right. We've made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. And even now.
All right, let's do this.
Let's do it. Oh, fuck.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
It's because, okay.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
True.
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
Doesn't necessarily, just because his left hand was tied up, we can't just say it's impossible. In fact, due to the investigation, we know evidence
Hold on.
that might even
It's still
imply
too
the
early
opposite.
To dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange?
There was no blood on the palm of his hand. Why would that be? Why would there be no blood on his palm?
He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
Interesting.
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
If there's blood on his palm and on the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood was splattered? What was Nagito's left hand doing when the blood was splattered? Think about it, chat. If there's blood all over your hand and it's getting splattered everywhere, what would you have to be doing for the blood to not be on your palm? You would need to be holding something. Again, if people were splattering blood or paint or whatever all over you, and then the palm of your hand was fine, how would your palm not have any stains on it? You had to have been gripping something.
That's why there's
But
such
what?
a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
I'm done, dude. This is too much. There's too many of these jokes in a row.
There's the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear.
Yeah, dude. Nagito was just fucking beaten off while he's just like, he's bleeding out. He has got his fucking hand on the knife. And why was there no blood? While the blood's splattering all over, he's just grabbing his big old fucking dick the whole time. Okay. Yeah, alright, Akane. Why do we have her here again?
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild.
And, chat, look at this image. What's weird about this image? We see that there's no blood on his palm, but what else is strange? What else is strange? Look at the cord. Remember during the investigation, they were like, why is there blood all over this cord? With the exception of this one area. It's starting to look like Nagito was grabbing that cord, but why? How would he be able to impale himself by grabbing the weighted end of the spear? It doesn't make sense.
He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right. That's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think?
What do you think, Chucky? Tell us. Tell us everything.
Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
She's thinking, Hajime, it's a stressful day.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
She had a brain blast.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Aha! Which we saw from the picture. He was grabbing onto the cord.
That's it. the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Is it the size of that cut-off section? About the same size as a human fist?
And that's what they brought up. Remember during the investigation, they were like, this section's like the size of a human fist. I'm like, that's like so fucking obvious then. So I knew about this shit from the beginning.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh?
Yeah, Akane, he was gripping this, not his front tail.
And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
Yeah, what the fuck? Okay, so if you guys are not aware of if you guys were not watching or paying attention to the other streams, the Spear of Gungnir is a normal spear. Imagine a normal spear, okay? A normal metal spear doesn't bend, doesn't do anything. But at the end of the spear, there is a cord that extends with a big, heavy paperweight pretty much at the end of it. So Kazuichi's like, okay, he was grabbing the rope part. What are you trying to imply? That he swung the fucking spear around, threw it, and it landed at him? Like he's not gonna whip it. Like that's not possible.
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki?
Yes.
I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito is gripping the cord, extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
What?
At a time like this. How about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a good plan name. Jackie rolls right off the tongue.
That's a long plan name.
I actually agree with Akane with this one.
One step at a time? What does that mean? Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that... That's it. Could it be? The spear stabbed Nagito perpendicularly and he was holding the tip of the cord attachment. If I put those facts together along with what we found at the warehouse and think about it, I should be able to figure out. What do we already know? Chat, during the investigation, we saw blood on the Monokuma thing. Where else was there blood that we thought was very strange? Where else was there blood that we thought was very weird? Hey, GMD, what's up, dude? Dude, I'm fucking drunk. Yes, there was blood on the ceiling, Edwards. Yes, very interesting. So here we go. Let's do logic dive. What does it say? Oh, fuck off, you blue triangle, little bitch. Focus. I can't look at chat. I can't look at chat during logic dive. I'm sorry. Where was the spear before it impaled Nagito? Above him. Above him! Yes! Yes! Fucking young Tony Hawk right here, bitch. So we found out the spear was right above Nagito before it impaled him, obviously. Couldn't have been to the fucking left of him and it floated. Come on, dude, get this diamond off me. Whoa, 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 fuck. Holy shit, dude, this is scary. Just give me the next question already, you bitch. Okay. Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? The ceiling girder, which is where the blood was. No. I can't check my phone. My phone just went off and I'm fucking getting crashed into the wall. Shit. Come on. Last question. What is it? Hopefully I get it right. Question 3. What item connects both the spear and the ceiling girder? The cord! So there we go. So what does that mean, chat? Theoretically, if there was a girder, couldn't you put the spear around it, holding the cord, and if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would fall down? Think about it like this way. Imagine you have a jump rope and you tie a knife to one end, and you throw it over a girder, and you hold one end of the jump rope. What will happen if you let go of the jump rope? You let go, the jump rope goes up around the girder, and the entire other end with the weighted knife would fall down, which is exactly what happened in this situation. Which means everything, the knife wounds, the burns, everything, even being impaled through the stomach with the spear, was all Nagito's plan. Which means when we found Nagito in that state, he's the one that did that to himself. So this whole time we were playing this game and we're wondering, who could have done such a fucked up thing to Nagito? He did it to himself. The torture wounds, the stabbing of his legs, impaling his hand with a knife, and even doing the fatal blow of the spear going through his stomach that killed him. It was all part of his plan. But why?
In the middle of the air?
Yes, sir.
Nagito did that all by himself. Did he have some sort of ESP? That'd be awesome, but...
That would be really cool if he had ESP, but no, it was the ceiling. That'd be awesome.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him.
Oops, I hit the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I had to check my thingamajig.
And if Nagito let go of the cord,
See? This is what I was talking about.
and impaled him while he was laying face up.
So, holy shit, dude. He stabbed his leg, sliced his wrist, smashed his hand on a knife so hard the knife went through his entire fucking palm, and at the end, he let go of the cord and impaled himself. So what did Nagito actually do, chat? He made a suicide look like a murder. He killed himself in a way that would look like he was killed.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah.
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that.
So who killed Nagito Komaeda? Chat. Was it Nagito Komaeda?
If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
Exactly. No normal murderer would ever want to just kill somebody with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Yep.
Then this is for real? He really committed suicide?
Damn, chat. That's, yeah. So, Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student, not only did he orchestrate these fake bomb threats and record, that's why he had to pre-record a video saying, hey guys, meet me in the warehouse. All the while setting up a perfect plan. He had already set up the things to start the fire, to conceal the evidence. At the end of the day, Nagito committed suicide and made it look like a murder. In a very elaborate, very painful way. But why? We'll find out in the next time the Milky Finisher stream Danganronpa, which is going to be on Saturday, and we're going to stream a lot longer than I did today.